Welcome to Simone's Corner, and for today, for our very first episode, I'm going to cover Spiral Scratch by the Buzzcocks. And some of you might know it because it's the 70s and the 80s are really great era when it comes to this for a lot of media, especially music. Especially this era enables us to enjoy the past, or it is the foundations at some points of some most of the things that we enjoy right now, especially music and the build-up musics and media. And those are the origins, or where it all started, to where these great medias that we enjoy right now came from. So anyway, to start things up, I'm going to I'm going to read you a Wikipedia article about this one. And then after that one, we're going to move on to my official conclusion, and then the final part of this review is the ratings, or how I will rate things up regarding this album. Spiral Scratch. Spiral Scratch is an extended playlist and the first release by the English punk rock band The Buzzcocks. It was released on 29th of January 1977. It is the one of the earliest releases by a British punk band preceded by the Damned's New Rose in the October 1976 and both the Sex Pistols, Anarchy in the UK, and the first two singles by the Vibrators in November 1976. The extended playlist is the only Buzzcocks studio release with original singer Howard Devoto, who left shortly after this release to form one of his first post-punk bands, Magazine. When reissued in 1979, it reaches number 31 in UK singles chart. In 2017, it was the top of the UK physical single chart after being reissued on its 40th anniversary. Uh, Recording and release. Buzzcocks recording the tracks on December 28, 1976 at Dave Kane Watson's Indigo Sound Studio in Manchester on 16-track Ampex tape. According to Devoto, it took 3 hours to record the tracks, with another two for the mixing, produced by Martin Hannett, credited as Martin Zero. The music was rapidly recorded, insistently repeated and energetic. The band, having no record label support, had to borrow $500 from their friends and family to pay for the record's production and manufacture. The extended playlist was released on 29th of January 1977 on the band's own new Hormones label, making Buzzcocks the first English punk group to establish an independent record label. Despite this, the discs quickly sold out in its initial run out of 1,000 copies and went to sell 16,000 copies, initially by the mail order but also with the help of the Manchester branch of the music chain store Virgin, whose manager took some copies and persuaded other regional branch managers to follow suit. So, my first impression in this one, I remember Blink 182. Uh, Now, because I read this article right before we all started, uh, because it is a punk song, a punk band, and also with this one, I remember how great uh Blink 182 is for me. That's my own expression when I listen to for their uh demo tapes, which are not so good, but although it doesn't have this kind of level of quality, it's still good. You know that there's the dedication, there's the potential in this music. I was also moving on to where is Blink 182 now. It's really great to how to know where they are from, and also with this one, moving into to what this episode is all about. I it's also great how we're able to get back to the past to see how things are before. And also a fun fact regarding this one that we just read, that it is the only album that the band released, and it would be sad. It's just I remember my friend regarding when he discovered a band called Chemical Romance. It seems like that they just disbanded, and now that he's really deep into it, he feels like he means a lot of things from the band, and probably at some point I might feel the same regarding this album when I listen or be get into the depths. I think I'm already pierced through the surface level of this one. Right, moving on to what are the songs are all about. I think that on my first initial impressions, I thought that it was a 10 minute song. It wasn't an album. It's just a full song because I'm not paying attention. I only play it in the background while doing some schoolworks and whatnot. I really thought that it was a small uh, a 10 minute long song, and also discovering that it's not. In my surprise that it's not. It has covered it has four songs included in this one. First is Boredom, um, Breakdown. Uh, Let me get the full list. I'm all over the place doing this one. Okay. The first song is Breakdown. Next is Time's Up, and Boredom. Then the last one is Friends of Mine. All the songs created one element of similarity or singularity. It has this oneness or unity that it has. Especially there are repeating beats and musics that are included. It takes me back to that's with all the songs. For example, Video Kill the Radio Star, um, songs from Don McLean and ABBA, and most of the bands released during 70s and the 80s and also 90s. It's just there's always an era that makes all the songs are unified. It is particular branding that they had. Yeah, it's nice. Actually noticeable uh element of this one. And so how fast paced is this one? Are it is how this mixing works, how this created element work, how the ideas comes together. Just with the musical jury thing that I had in mind, but I don't know how will I express it in this one. With all those songs are coming together. It's really cool how it is. How it becomes the fast pace and the what I like the most, it's just with all the songs here, it might be boredom. It might be the soul of this whole album. It is the heart, or when you heard about this song, you might think of boredom. It's also other all the other songs that it also touches upon the theme of boredom or what really boredom is. What really is boredom? To be bored, to be fed up with a lot of things that are happening, not only on love or these political issues. They didn't touch upon political issues, but everything that takes place in the environment. It seems like it's becoming boring, or and also this idea itself, thinking that things are boring, it kind of becomes also boring too. But anyway, I don't know how will I go or pursue it with this preachy thing of mine, but I wanna end it immediately because I think I'm running out of something. So I'll give it a how will I rate this album? I'll give it a, I don't wanna give you all everything about this album. I wanted you to find what's really great in this song, and we might have different lenses to see or hear things. I'll give it an 8.5 out of 10 because it's got its reputation, and it's got that it also didn't fail me in terms of these things. That I'll give it a consideration that this is the only album that they released, so I doesn't have any other source to compare it with. But comparing each with each other, I don't know how will I compare this to each other. I would the one to rate it wi- within the individual songs because it's got this energy that if I just listen to one of the songs, it might not give me the whole discography or the whole what is this songs are all about because they are connected with each other. They make each other work. So guys, that's all for today, and here I am your Sage Shimon. Comment down below if you have any suggestions or engage in these things. And again, paalam.